Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a super exciting collection to share with you guys, and I've been seeing this collection popping up on Instagram for the past couple of days. So when I received this in the mail, I was so excited, and I did receive this free from Colourpop as PR, but I am not sponsored by any means. They just sent this collection to me just to play around with and to give you guys my honest opinion. So this is their Love Struck collection of 5 eyeshadow palettes, and they're mini little eyeshadow palettes with 5 shadows in each palette. So I received this little paper here as part of the PR, and it says it's a novel romance collection. So I'm not sure what the official name is, if it's like Love Struck or a novel romance, but I know online that they call it their Love Struck eyeshadow collection. So on this paper, it just tells you the names of each shadow, and it says, our newest collection is an affair to remember. Create your own epic love story with our brand new monochromatic metallic palettes. So they brand these as metallic palettes, but of course there are a mix of mattes and metallics and like pearl shadows in there. So you're gonna be getting a lot of different finishes and formulations. So they're so beautiful. I love how mini they are. I just think that they're so cute. Like I never knew that I needed little mini eyeshadow palettes like this, but I really did as soon as I saw them. You guys, we just had a little bit of a palette malfunction. I dropped one of the palettes on the floor, and it was actually one of my favorite ones in the collection. I ended up dropping a Lyric, and since they are magnetized, now I found out that they are, each little shadow can pop out, so that's also kind of handy, I guess, in a way. But I did save the palette. I had to press in one of the shadows, and it's okay though. We're okay, guys. So as I was saying, this collection does come with 5 little mini palettes here, and they are $10 each, and they also have 5 shadows in each palette, and they are supposed to be like metallic palettes, but there are mattes, of course, in every single palette. So that's actually something good to note, that you will get a matte eyeshadow in each palette, and for me that's super important because no eye look is complete without a matte shadow in the crease, because I just love my matte shadows, and especially in the crease, you just need it for blending and everything. So I'm really happy that they did put some matte shadows in each palette, and I actually love the kind of mix of mattes and metallics and pearls. I love all the different finishes, so thought that was really fun. And they're $10 each, so they're affordable. They're really adorable because they're like color coordinated, and like there's a different theme to each palette, as you guys will see. So I'm going to be showing you guys swatches of every shadow in the palettes. So I'll just read a little bit about the palettes as you guys will see the swatch video. So I'm just gonna right away put in the swatches for you guys, and then you guys will hear a little bit about the palette while you're seeing the swatches at the same time. So first we have Cherish. So this palette here is called Cherish, and this one is filled with cranberry metallics, mattes, and glitters. So it's really beautiful because you are getting an array of metallics, mattes, and glitters. And I love how they added like this beautiful like pink champagne shadow first, which is called Destiny. Then you have Adore, which is like a really nice, almost like warm pink kind of matte brown. Then you have Faith, which is a really nice bright metallic cranberry shade. Then you have Precious, which is a nice bright cranberry. It's like a matte base with some gold flecks in there. I believe they call this their pearl formula. And then you have Forever, which is like a really beautiful like cherry chocolate brown. It's really nice matte cherry chocolate brown. So this is a really nice warm rich cranberry palette with those like chocolate cherry vibes, and it is just so pretty. Then the next palette we have here is called Crush. So this one is filled with copper metallics, mattes, and pearls. So this is like their really nice warm rich kind of palette. It's filled with like 3 beautiful matte shades in here. The first one is called Bow, and this is a really nice classic cream matte shade. Then the second one here is called Love, and this is like your perfect pastel tangerine matte shade. This one is gonna look amazing in the crease. Then we have Arrow, which is a really beautiful bright copper metallic. And then you have Struck here, which is a really beautiful, like rich kind of terracotta orange shade with some beautiful like bright golden glitters throughout. So this is a pearl formula. And then the last one here is called Cherub, and this is a really beautiful like milk chocolate matte brown. So this palette is so pretty. If you guys are a warm tone lover like myself and love these like rich, warm oranges, then this palette is for you because it is so stunning. This next palette is called Lyric, and this one is filled with bronze metallics, mattes, and pearls. So you guys can see the first shadow here is this beautiful metallic one here called Melody. Then the next one here is this beautiful matte brown shade here. This is like a mid-tone brown. It's called Ode. Then the third one here is this beautiful pressed glitter, which is called Unsung, and it is like the perfect, like almost like silvery bronze glitter. This one is just so pretty. And then the fourth one here is called Cello, and this one is just a really beautiful metallic bronze. And then the last one here is called Verse, and this is almost like a purpley matte brown shade here, vibe here. So that one is really, really pretty as well. And I love the fact that this palette has two really nice, beautiful, versatile mattes in here, and then some beautiful metallics, and that pressed glitter is just stunning. So this palette to me is just really, really beautiful. And this next palette here is called Amore, and this one is filled with metallic rose pearls, mattes, glitters, and metallics. So this one is filled with a lot of finishes, and it is so beautiful. This is like a really beautiful, like pinky kind of purpley kind of palette here. So the first shadow is this beautiful matte. It's almost like a light pinky brown. It is so pretty. It's really unique, and it's so buttery. So that shade is called Passion. Then the next shade we have here is called Romeo, and this one is really pretty because the base is like a really nice warm taupey kind of pinky shade with some glitters throughout. The third shade we have over here is called Affair, and this is their pressed glitter formula. So it is so pretty. There's like beautiful like rosy glitters with some even like bright kind of purpley ones throughout, just to really make it pop, and it's so beautiful. It's monochromatic. Then the fourth shade in here is called Woo, and this one is like a really nice, beautiful metallic grape shade. It's so pretty and really buttery as well. And then the last shade here is called Darling, and this one is a really nice matte, kind of like purpley pink shade. It's really, really beautiful, and I just think their color combos in these palettes are amazing. So love that palette. That one was Amore. And then the last palette of the collection is called Ballad. So this one is filled with gunmetal mattes, metallics, and pearls. So it's really beautiful. It's definitely their cool toned one in this collection. So the first shade here is called Novel, and it is a really beautiful like neon champagne shade. It's like very frosty, and I love this one. Then you have Epic, which is a really nice matte, cool tone, really like soft brown shade. Then the third one here is called Drama, which is a really beautiful gunmetal metallic. And the fourth one here is called Fate, and this is in their pearl formula. So the base of it is like a really nice deep gunmetal gray with some metallic sparkles throughout that you don't really see when you put them on the eyes, but you will see them when they're swatched. So that's a really beautiful shadow. And then the last one here is called Prose, and this one is like a really deep, almost like black gray shade as a base with some beautiful glitters. There's some like silver glitters and bluish glitters throughout, so that's a really beautiful shade, and I believe that is their pearl formula as well. So really pretty and buttery and pigmented. So guys, there were all of the swatches of the shadows from these 5 palettes. So I hope you guys like the swatches. I tried to describe like each shadow for you guys in the swatches. So I honestly think these palettes are so beautiful. I just love the fact that they're like mini. They're actually smaller than I expected when I saw them online. They're like really mini. It's hard to like what is this, about like 5 inches or something. They're very small, they're super compact. I love the fact that you can see there's the clear plastic in the front, so you could see the shades of each palette really easily. So this is great when you're doing makeup and you kind of don't want to like open up each palette and like see what shadows you want to use. This, I really like the clear front because you can see every shade, so it just makes things really quick. And this is great for travel, even though I know we're not really traveling much in the near future, but hopefully soon. So when we travel, these would be great just to bring. All you need is like 1 or 2 on a vacation and you will be set. I love the fact that each palette is kind of color coordinated and has its own theme, so I think that's really fun. And I just love the fact that there's also a bunch of different formulas inside of them. There's like glitters, mattes, metallics, pearls. There's just honestly, like, these are great little palettes. Like this one here called Lyric is super beautiful. This is actually the one I dropped, this gold one. I kind of had to like flatten a little bit with my hand, but it's okay, it's still wearable. So I love the fact that this one has a bunch of different formulas. You have your beautiful metallics, then you also have your glitter in the middle there, which that glitter is just stunning. Like I cannot wait to use that. And you have your 2 beautiful matte shades, which are a must. So I love the fact that they put at least 1 matte shade in every palette. I think that's super important because I'm not a fan of like just like a full metallic palette, because for me that's not versatile enough. You do an eye look, you need at least 1 matte shadow, especially in the crease. So I love the fact that they made these like really small but really like packed with a lot of good use and just beautiful colors. And I love the whole theme. I know that I saw some people comparing these to the Natasha Denona little palettes, and actually surprisingly enough, I have never tried a Natasha Denona eyeshadow, so I cannot compare those, but I do see a lot of comparisons online, and we all know that those are crazy expensive palettes, which is one of the reasons why I've never tried them, just because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. And in my opinion, you don't need to spend so much money on good eyeshadows. Like just look at Colourpop, they're so affordable and the quality is outstanding. So maybe one day I will venture out and try some Natasha Denona palettes. So let me know if there's like any ones that you guys think I should try that I would love, because maybe I will try it in 2021. But I really love the fact that these are such good quality. I actually filmed this eyeshadow tutorial using the Cool Tone palette, which is called Ballad. So that will be coming up shortly. So this swatch video and like first impressions is going to be up first, and then stay tuned because I did film an eyeshadow tutorial using this palette, and I plan to film eyeshadow tutorials using all of the palettes. So stay tuned for that. Definitely subscribe so you guys can see these palettes in action. But I am super impressed just with the quality and everything. I just think Colourpop killed it once again. This was such a fun like first collection for 2021. I love the fact that you're getting so many different palettes, and they're small, they're compact, but you can create so many different looks with each palette. So I love that. I know that I saw some people complaining that there weren't like really bright colors in this collection, like there was no greens. I would have actually loved to see like a really nice like emerald kind of green palette, or even like more of like a bright purple one, even though this one here is kind of a purpley one. This one here called Amore, it's like a pinky purple, so that's actually really nice. I think that a green one would have been amazing, but at the same time I know that they probably wanted to just keep it like kind of really warm and romantic, and I guess these shades are just more on the romantic side. So maybe that they have a green palette coming out in the future, I don't know, but there is no like bright colors in here, so you're getting a lot of like soft colors. You are getting like purples and some nice cranberries in there, which are really nice. Like this shade, this palette over here, Cherish, is like a really nice like cherry cranberry palette. And you are also getting like a nice matte brown in there, which is really good for the crease. So it can be more versatile. You're not just getting like all like pinks or reds. So that's really great. So as I said, each single palette is $10 American, and you can also buy the full collection on their website, where you can get the 5 palettes for, I believe it is $42. So online they're having all 5 palettes for $42, which you are saving some money with that. And honestly, I think they're all so beautiful. I don't really have a favorite. Maybe when I use them more, I'll have a favorite. But as I said, I did film this eyeshadow tutorial using this one here called Ballad, and I love it. But stay tuned for that video to like see my full review, and you can see like how the shadows apply and how everything wears. So I love this collection. It definitely gets a thumbs up from me and my stamp of approval. Let me know what palette you would like to see me do a tutorial on next. I did film the Ballad one, so that one will be coming next, but out of the 4 that I haven't used yet, see what palette you would want to see me use, because I definitely want to film tutorials using all of the palettes. So let me know which palette you want to see me use next in the comment section. So I would love to know what your favorite palettes were in this collection, if you guys like the swatches, which ones you have your eyes on, if you bought any already. So let me know in the comment section down below. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell also, so you guys can be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I just broke a palette. No!